Hey guys, it's Hannah with another oil. Yeah, I'm kind of excited about this one because this one actually has launched since I've been a Young Living member. And so when it first came out, I was like really excited to share it. And I was like, wait, there's not a lot of information on this because it's new to Young Living. So I did wait a little bit. But so, because it's fairly new to Young Living, don't have a sticker on the top because it's not one of the stickers in the set yet, so it hasn't been updated since before then. There are a handful of oils that aren't in the set just because they're newer, or they don't update it every single time they launch a new blend or anything like that. But not a medical doctor. Please don't ask me for medical advice. Talk to your doctor if you're using essential oils. Blah blah blah. You know what to do. So this is Kunzea. I don't 100% know if I'm saying that right, but that's how my uplines say it, like Kunzea. Maybe it's Kunzea. I don't know. Kunzea. So it's labeled for topical and aromatic use, and you can use this neat. So no dilution necessary, which is really cool. It has very similar properties to tea tree, and if you've smelled tea tree, you know what it smells like. It has a very strong, distinct flavor, and it's flavor scent. Do not ingest tea tree; it's not safe. And this, it's not like such a strong scent, but it is like a distinctive scent. Not necessarily where you would be like, oh, that's Kunzea, like you would tea tree. Like, tea tree is a very recognizable scent. But it's actually, this beautiful oil is registered with the Australian Therapeutic Administration for providing temporary relief from arthritic pain, so arthritis related pain. So there's actually decent information from Australia, like scientifically, if you can find it. That is some of the trouble, is like Google always wants to give you American based websites, in my experience, because they're like doing something with your location and they don't want to give you stuff from other countries unless you really know where to look. And unfortunately, I do not always know where to look. But it is really cool that this oil is registered as having pain relieving properties. So that's something that is promotable because a country basically has said this is good for pain. Very similar to the way clove is certified in the UK as good for tooth pain. So it's the same kind of thing. But so sometimes you'll see this oil in muscle rubs or balms, stuff like this. So it's good for joint and muscle pain specifically. More so for joint pain, I think, since arthritis would be a joint issue typically, but it works for muscle pain too. Some people say it's really good for dry skin. So I don't know if that's because that it gets put in muscle balms and stuff a lot, and sometimes you're like, oh, I just need to grab this, and you put it on there and you're like, oh, my skin looks great. I don't really know how that came about, like who was like, oh, I want to put this fairly strong scented oil on my skin, on my dry skin. But it is a very uplifting scent, like a woodsy, almost spicy scent. It's hard to explain in the way that it's difficult to explain verbally to someone what tea tree smells like. It's the same kind of thing, but I personally use this in the same way that I would use tea tree, so as like a purifying type of cleansing oil. So mostly in the diffuser, honestly. Just, you need something different to like clean out whatever is in the air. So especially here, like right after it rains, like the mold and the pollen and stuff goes way up, and it tends to bother me a lot. So this is something that I would put in the diffuser to kind of help clear all of that out of the air in my home. Not going to work outside because I'm not outside, my diffuser's inside, but makes me feel better inside. And even if it's not 100% helping the situation, it makes me feel like I'm doing something to remedy the problem at the end of the day. But it is like a really nice scent. Pairs well with like a eucalyptus or a spearmint or peppermint, something like that. But you could also throw it in there with like pine, like a more woodsy scent. Or even like for a super uplifting blend, throw in some orange, lime, lemon, bergamot, any citrus oil that you really love. Citrus fresh would be really good since it has spearmint in there too, and I feel like the mints just are really nice with this one. Price on this, wholesale it is $41.25 for the 5 milliliter. It only comes in a 5 milliliter. In retail that's $54.28, so it is fairly expensive. Like, tea tree is going to be cheaper if you're using them in the same way, but there are times when I would probably choose this one over tea tree because the scent is not as distinct and highly recognizable. Like, this is a slightly lighter scent in the way that you would say spearmint is lighter than peppermint. They have very similar properties. They smell similarly. But spearmint, Kunzea aren't as harsh as peppermint, tea tree, if that makes sense, in that way. But, you know. Do. See ya. Bye.